So that is the advantage. Like here you don't see the difference, but when you go to the real time, when you go to the client place, right, where they have thousands and thousands of employee records, right, then definitely this is going to be useful, guys. And the other option that is there, right, is specify compensation data updating options. So what does it mean? So you can see here, select your compensation data. This is nothing but, say if you are working on the compensation module and you want to export and import your compensation data as well along with your UDF file. In that case, SuccessFactors will provide this option to export the employee records, which means that the same data that you see in your UDF file, in addition to that, the compensation data of the employees as well, guys. So what kind of data, what kind of compensation data that you can export using this option, which is nothing but UDF file data plus compensation data, what you will be able to see that you can see here, specify this thing and select which year compensation data that you are interested. Basically, this is nothing but your which compensation plan template data that you are interested. Whether you are interested in, like, there are a lot of things here because people are practicing it, guys. But say if you are interested in exporting 2014 December compensation plan data of the employees, go ahead and export that, and it got downloaded, guys. Here, click on that. I'll show you what data you will be able to see there. This is the one, guys, we just exported, and if you open it in a spreadsheet, if you notice, guys, whatever we are seeing here is the same as your UDF file. And if you go to the left hand side, right hand side, guys, sorry, if you keep moving to your right hand side, you can see here the compensation details has been started here. Your compensation salary, your compensation, your proration, your job level, rise, your job role, final job, and promotion details, basically your bonus, your lump sum payment, merit details, your we are going to work on those things, but I just want to show you as the topic came up, right? Stock details, everything is going to come up here, guys. So that is how you will be able to export that. I'll show you how it is going to be useful when you are working on the compensation model, guys. And yes, that is going to be definitely useful while you are working or customizing the compensation module, guys. So that is how you are going to export the data. I just want to discuss all these options, whatever we see here. In the same fashion, if you go to the employee import, there are a lot of options, guys. Even in your employee import got many options than your export options. You see here.
Can you just navigate once again from here?
Sure. Yeah, definitely, guys. No worries. You see, you are going in the administration tools, right? Once you are in the administration tools, go to the manage employees portlet and go to update user information, and you can see employee export, employee import. So the one that we have seen so far is the employee export, guys. And if you want to see what are the different options available with respect to your employee import, click on this employee import option here. You see here, there are a lot of options. One thing is, like, you have to select the file, CSV file, whatever you are going to consume into the system. And you can see here, there are a lot of options. So when you are going to say in this file, you might be creating some new user records. So those new users, say your organization hired 100 employees today. Those 100 employees records you are going to load into SF, right? SuccessFactors system. But instead of communicating their credentials for these 100 employees, instead of administration sending an email, manual email, stating that this is your username and this is your default password and this is the link to log into your SuccessFactors HR system, here, using this import option itself, the system will be able to send an email, and system will be able to generate a random password, and system will send a link to log into the system, guys. So how you can see here, the first piece is the same thing. Set the new user default password format to whether what password needs to be set, whether the password should be the same as the usernames of those new 100 employees, or it is going to be the user ID. It both are one and the same thing, guys. I'll talk about the difference in the employee central module. There is slight difference over here, but more in 99% cases they are one and the same thing, guys. And otherwise, use the email address as the password for the employee records, or use the system generated random password as the password in the email notifications that is being sent to the new employees. Usually they'll generate a new random password here, and that is what they are going to use as the password for the new employees. And if you just look below this radio buttons, you see there is a checkbox here. This will help you to send welcome email notification to new users. Yes, if your organization is interested in sending a new welcome email notification with all these details like the URL, the username, and the default password, yes, you have to select this checkbox whenever you are going to import the new employee records using the import users option, guys. And here you can see if you want to validate your HR manager and manager fields. So when you are importing the UDF file, you see a couple of, let me open a UDF file, guys, so that it is easy to correlate both the things. You see, there is a manager, HR manager resources, HR manager columns. So if you want to validate these two fields, and you have to select these checkboxes, guys. You can see here, validate manager and HR manager fields. And say, because of some reason, if you are going to change some existing data of an inactive employee, say there is an inactive employee record already in the system, and because of some reason you want to change the status of that particular inactive employee. It's not only status, any data that resides in your UDF file, right? If you want to change an inactive employee's data in the UDF file, you have to select those things. Without selecting these things, even though you change the inactive employee record in the UDF file, it doesn't update that data into the system, guys, until unless you have to select this checkbox stating that you are mentioning to the system process the inactive employees as well with the UDF file that I am going to whatever I am importing here. And after that, you can see here these things. You can see here basically, I'll tell you what is the importance of these things, and we'll work on these things in the compensation model, guys. These things is going to help you, like say there is a manager transfer. Say you have an existing EMP1, employee 1, and say employee 1 is there and his manager is employee 2. Because of some reason, employee 2 is leaving the organization, or he might be moving to a different position. In that case, employee 1 might have some documents that are pending with EMP2, sorry guys. Employee 1 might have some requests or documents, it may be a compensation sheet or the goal sheet that might be pending with the EMP2. So when EMP2 is being replaced with the new EMP3, let's say EMP3 is going to be new manager. So you updated the EMP1 record in UDF file stating that the manager is now EMP3. But previously it is EMP2, right? So all the documents are pending with EMP2. So when you are going to import the latest file with EMP1 reporting to EMP3, whether these previous requests or documents, whatever that are pending with EMP2, how it should move, whether it should move automatically or you are not interested in moving them, you are going to decide that, or you are going to tell to the system how it should behave is using these options, guys. If you just look at it, each module is going to have one checkbox here, guys. Your in progress documents, completed documents, 360 evaluation documents, like that. We'll work on these things when we move on to the compensation module, guys. That is when we'll move this certain employees manager to a new manager, and we'll see like how the system is going to behave during that particular scenario. And you can see here, it's nothing important, guys. What is the format, file format? It's not format, encoding, what kind of encoding that you are interested in doing while you are going to import the data into the system. And the other option here you can see here guys, this is pretty important guys. It's not important, but it is closely related to your compensation module, and all the compensation related data is going to be loaded into the system for the employees using these options guys. And here you can see again on which year that you are working, whether you are working on say 2015 Q1 or first half of year 2015. Whenever you have a compensation period, right, in your organization, you have a compensation plan template for that particular period guys. So you are going to update the data onto that particular compensation plan template. So we will work on those things, but you can see here because of your employee changes, some employees might become inactive or some employees might become eligible for the compensation, and say because you are adding and removing employees, right, the budget allocations to your particular compensation planner might change. So how you are going to handle all these things, we'll see practically on the system when you are going to work on the compensation module guys. But in fact, like, this is going to be really important, or it will make your life easy guys. With respect to the data loading, it will make your life very simple. And one thing with respect to your proxy, I forgot to mention you guys. Sorry, really sorry about that. And I told you 2 ways how you are going to assign or revoke proxy management, right? There is one more way how you can do that guys. It is using your UDF file. So the 2 options that we discussed earlier is, one option is do one user at a time using the proxy management admin option. The other option is like using your proxy import file option. You can just import the user assignment or deactivation in a mass fashion. You can do that. So these are the 2 ways that we discussed today. And the third way how you are going to assign or revoke the access with respect to the proxy management functionality is using your UDF file guys. I forgot, I'm really sorry guys, I forgot about that. I'm thinking like I forgot something, but that is what I forgot. Let me show you where you will be able to find that. Let me export an existing the latest data from your system. Oh, this is import guys. One second, let me export. Export the employee records. Export file. Now you can see the difference guys. Until the file is open, I will not be able to move out of this screen or this web page. Go here. Export that onto your desktop 236. Guys, this is the file I'm talking about. Here, if you search for proxy column guys, you will see a proxy column. You can see guys, this is one of the column in your UDF file guys. This is the basic UDF file. There is no compensation data, nothing guys. You see the existing proxy assignments, all the existing proxy assignments. Say, let's say, let me take the case of HR admin. One second guys, let me go to. You see, this is the HR admin record, right? This is the record of HR admin user in this UDF file. So the entire 29 row is the HR admin details. You can see HR admin is the username, HR admin, HR is the first name, admin is the last name, mails, their email ID, to whom they are reporting. So all their location, division, department, all those things has been captured over there. And if you see, move here, right? You can see here the existing assignments. The existing assignments, which means that this user, HR admin, can proxy into all these accounts guys. And you can see there are multiple accounts here. And each account is differentiated with a pipe symbol guys. So you can go ahead and deactivate them, or you can grant additional access using this option as well. Say if you are interested in, like say, if you are interested in adding one more user here,